Hello everyone, myself Arun Raja, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Aeronautical Engineering in Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. In this video, we are going to see about wing and its parts in an aircraft. Wings. These wings are essentially a beam which gathers and transmits all the aerodynamic loads to the central fuselage attachments. The wings are producing almost 80% of the lift generated for the aircraft to fly. There are several types of wings. Most importantly, it is classified as straight wing and swept wing. In the leading edge of a wing is perpendicular to the airflow, then it is called as straight wing. In case of the leading edge which meets the airflow at an angle which is on the direction of the flow, then it is called as swept wing. The parts which constitutes a wing are wing box, fixed leading edge, fixed trailing edge, ailerons, spoilers, flaps and slats. In the picture you can see the different parts of wing. Terminology of wing. The leading edge is the portion of the wing front of the front spar. Trailing edge is the portion of the wing back of the rear spar. Then the chord. It is the distance between the leading edge and trailing edge. Wing box is the portion of the wing between front spar and rear spar. It's almost a case of a rectangular section. Ribs are the aerofoil shaped members from leading edge to trailing edge. Span is the distance between the front root to the tip of the wing. Then comes the aspect ratio AR, defined by B squared by A, the area of the wing in the denominator and the total span square. Then the structure of wing. Wing structure consists of internal and external structures, and the internal structures constitutes of spars, ribs and stringers. The external surface constitutes by upper skin and lower skin. What the wing structure should possess to an aircraft. It provides sufficient strength, stiffness. It should be manufactured with minimum weight and minimum manufacturing problems. The wing box. The wing box constitutes of front spar, rear spar, ribs, stringers, span-wise beams. In some case of an aircraft, these wing boxes are used for fuel tanks and the outer layer is covered with wing skins. In the upcoming slides, we can see these things. Spars. The spars are generally a beam running from the root to tip of the wing, as long as we see this in the wing terminology. There are two spars, front and rear spars. In case of a longer span area, the number of spars can be increased and they are called as multispars. The spars carry aerodynamic loads and the spar carries bending loads. Also, it is made of I beams. In some cases, it is made of C beams. All the structural part of the wing are attached to the spars. Spars are of two types, mainly shear web and truss type. These are the spars. One is the C section, the another one is I section. The spar consists of cap, web and a stiffener. The stiffener is used to hold the structure without any failure. Then comes the ribs. The ribs are used to define and produce the aerofoil shape for a wing. It carries inertial loads which are made as fuel or equipment. In some case, the missiles and rockets, the initial loads are carried by the ribs alone. Then comes the stringer panel. In case of the compression and tension loads, the support is generated mostly by the ribs. The ribs prevent skin buckling and it transfers the primary load from control surfaces and undercarriage to the spars. Wing rib directions. The wing rib directions are mainly arranged in a way perpendicular or parallel to the flight path. Or else we can say that the rib is arranged in a conventional manner in the perpendicular sections. When you come into the parallel way, the rib is arranged is non-conventional, but over the years of evolution, this will take place. Then type of ribs. There are two types of ribs, shear type and truss type. Each are having their own advantages and disadvantages. Mostly we are using truss type rib, which is heavier, but it provides much more advantages than the shear type rib. Next is stringers. The stringers are stiffening members in the wing which run from the root to tip of the wing. The stringers are made from forming or extrusion. In the below pictures you can see what are the extrusions used in the stringers and the forming. Then comes wing skin, the outermost layer of the wing. It gives the wing its shape. The wing skin carries bending and shear loads, torsional loads caused by control surfaces which is attached either at the trailing edge or leading edge. And also it creates valve for the wing mounted fuel tanks in the recent aircrafts. The leading edge. This portion of the wing located front of the spar or front of the front spar, that's called leading edge. It faces the initial impact of the flow. Then trailing edge, this is the tail portion of the wing which is located behind the rear spar. Mostly the trailing edge consists of more control surfaces like ailerons, flaps, slats, spoilers, and etc. Then wing loads. The wing carries loads like air pressure, that is called as lift, and drag, that is the component associated with lift. The structural loads like bending moment and pitching moment. That's all about wings and its structure. Any queries and all, kindly mail to arunraja.arrow@hisat.ac.in. Thank you for your listening.